today's headlines. Prime Minister chairs conference on science, technology, innovation, and high-quality human resource. And later on, measures required to cope with new U.S. tariffs. Good evening. You're watching today's headlines, where we bring you the top stories of the day. This morning, State President Leung Keung held a working session with the President's office to review the forthcoming implementation of Resolution 18 on streamlining the organizational structure. The President's office will be downsized to 6 departments, eliminating internal subdivisions within each department. The state president emphasized that the new structure should improve efficiency with fewer governmental bodies. And once the restructuring is complete, the president's office must promptly finalize its working regulations and procedures to enhance advisory functions. In addition, the state president underscored the importance of preparing for the upcoming party congress according to the party's regulations and principles, with a special focus on ensuring high-quality documents and personnel selection for the Congress. Now, during a regular meeting with commercial banks on this morning, Prime Minister Phie urged the banking system to lead efforts in boosting growth, controlling inflation, and stabilizing the macroeconomy. The Prime Minister outlined 8 key tasks and solutions, focusing credit on growth drivers, while creating preferential credit packages for priority sectors. He called for banks to support social housing development, assist young people and disadvantaged groups, and help eliminate substandard housing. Cooperation with state management agencies to address long-standing project delays was also highlighted as crucial. This afternoon, Prime Minister Phie chaired a conference on the development of science, technology, innovation, and high-quality human resources. At the conference, representatives from ministries, industries, and major domestic and international corporations discussed ways to support a GDP growth rate of at least 8% in 2025. The meeting also focused on laying the groundwork for sustained double-digit growth in subsequent years and implementing Resolution 57 of the Politburo. The Prime Minister emphasized the need to raise awareness of science, technology, and innovation as key drivers of sustainable growth, while addressing policy delays and strengthening digital infrastructure. He called for diversifying resources, reforming education to attract top talent, enhancing governance, and fostering international cooperation to acquire cutting-edge technologies and harness talent and expertise worldwide. President Trump has imposed a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports to the U.S. And since 2018, most of Vietnam's steel has faced a 25% tariff, and aluminum has been taxed at 10%. Vietnamese aluminum and steel are also regularly investigated for trade defense.
This company produces aluminium profiles for sale domestically and exports to the U.S. and South Korea. It expects challenges ahead, with direct impacts on U.S. exports and other indirect effects.
Companies have been negotiating with customers to clarify the damages related to signed orders. For upcoming orders, businesses will implement cost-cutting measures to ensure job security for their workers.
U.S. aluminium importers are also facing challenges due to the new tax.
A lot of the manufacturing, auto manufacturing, and then also not only that, but a lot of the aluminum that we're using, steel that we're using in the construction here in the United States, the cost is going to rise up tremendously.
The new tax rate for the Vietnamese steel industry is the same as the old one, but it now applies to all countries exporting to the U.S. In the long term, this is expected to increase global competition, including in the Vietnamese market.
Businesses need to continue assessing the situation to implement appropriate responses to global developments, diversify their markets toward those with FTAs with Vietnam, and comply with U.S. regulations on origin certification.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade advises businesses to use more domestic raw materials and add value to products to better handle future fluctuations.
In January, Vietnam's total seafood export value reached over $774 million, marking a 3.3% increase year-on-year. And among the key products, shrimp continues to be the standout performer. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, or VASEP, shrimp exports exceeded $300 million, accounting for over 39% of total seafood exports. Shrimp prices are expected to recover in the first half of 2025, driven by rising demand from major markets like the United States and Europe. Coming up next, Mekong Delta facing increased saltwater intrusion. And later on, Phu Quoc named fastest growing travel destination in Southeast Asia. Heavy sea swell has pushed millions of cubic meters of sand into the Ke Dai estuary, An Phu commune of Quang Ngai City. And this phenomenon is believed to be due to the northeast monsoon causing the sand dunes at the estuary to drift to the southwest. An estimated 2 kilometers of water channels have been seriously silted up, causing about 150 fishing boats, over a tenth of the 1,100-strong fishing fleet, to be blocked in and unable to go to sea since the end of the Tet holiday. Fishing crews await a temporary dredging of the silted-up areas to return to sea. They and the local authorities are looking forward to Phase 2 of the storm shelter project and the development of the Ko Lũy fishing port. The Mekong Delta region is entering the peak dry season, and saltwater intrusion is forecast to increase in the next few days. Now, despite being located deep inland, Hậu Giang is a locality seriously affected by this phenomenon.
Some areas in Ho Giang have recorded the highest salinity levels since the beginning of the year and are expected to continue rising. 4 sluice gates have been closed to protect more than 2,000 hectares of rice fields.
We have to check the salinity level every day. If it decreases, the sluices will be open for people to circulate and transport goods.
An automatic salinity measuring station has been installed at the location most affected by saltwater intrusion in Ho Giang. The monitoring will provide early detection of saltwater intrusion.
With data collected from the measuring station, local authorities can advise farmers to proactively take water for irrigation and livestock farming.
Since the beginning of the dry season, farmers have been instructed to store fresh water for farming and provided with salinity measuring pens.
This device is very accurate. Thanks to it, I know when to stock up on fresh water and when to stop taking water from the canal.
According to forecasts, saltwater intrusion in the Mekong Delta will be concentrated from February to March, penetrating major rivers 40 to 45 kilometers upstream.
The Ministry of Health has authorized Hanoi to launch a measles vaccination campaign for infants aged 6 months to under 9 months, instead of waiting until 9 months as per the National Expanded Immunization Program. The campaign will begin on February 17th and be implemented across all communes, wards, and townships. The goal is to ensure that 95% of children aged 6 to under 9 months in Hanoi receive 1 dose of the measles vaccine to help prevent an increase in measles cases. The Ministry of Health will provide the vaccine supply. The 2025 Trần Temple Festival opened on Monday at the Trần King's Shrines and Tombs Historical Complex in Hưng Hà District, Thái Bình Province. The festival featured a water procession to the Trần Temple, symbolizing hopes for good weather and harvest. A highlight was a performance with over 500 artists honoring the Tang dynasty's legacy. The event also showcased over 300 stalls offering local OCOP products. The festival has been recognized as a national intangible cultural heritage since 2014. Phú Quốc, located in the Kiên Giang province of Vietnam, has officially been named the fastest growing travel destination in Southeast Asia. This recognition comes from Travel Off Path, a leading travel publication. Phú Quốc took the top spot on the list of the 5 most notable destinations, all considered the fastest growing tourism hubs in the region. International visitors benefit from a visa exemption policy that allows them to explore the island's breathtaking natural beauty and also enjoy a variety of thrilling activities. Now, as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news for today's headlines. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.